What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Giving it today with a Black Ops 5 kind of mini review for you. Before we get into the full ins and outs of my opinions and everything, I'm using a new editing software. I've gone back to Wondershare, which has now been changed its name to Fillmore. I was using Power Director before, but it was just too janky to use. It wasn't the best kind of thing to use in my opinion, so I decided to revert back to what I kind of started my YouTube channel on. So if it's a little bit iffy, I do apologise. It's not intentional. I just need to get used to using it again. But today I'm here to talk to you about Black Ops 5 and just kind of my overall opinion of it. And what I wanted to talk about first is the story mode side of things. So you've got war stories, and at the moment there are three sort of main story sections on there. I've done the first two, and I have to say that they've both been brilliant to play. Really kind of involved, really kind of nice. Just DICE do a brilliant job of getting that real sense of involvement and really placing you into the game itself, and I found it very emotional, very interesting. Craig Fairbrass in the first one is just funny. In the first war story, overall just a really good return to form for DICE. I'm very impressed with it overall. There has been a delay. There was supposed to be an update tomorrow with some new bits and pieces coming out, but they've decided just to kind of hold back on that because there's some bugs and stuff that still need organising and sorting out that they've not been able to sort out yet. So we're nearly there with it. It's just a case of just waiting a little bit longer, and for me, I would prefer it if they released any updates or new DLC content with bugs fixed rather than making it more buggy than what it already is now. Getting onto the multiplayer aspect side of things, I really enjoy the multiplayer, and I'm going to say this now, I find it more enjoyable than COD, and I like COD. I like Black Ops 4. I just find this a lot more fun. I like the authenticity of the weapons. I like the way that the game modes play. I've found some real enjoyment in Grand Operations. Now, Grand Operations, you have to be in it for the long haul. So if you are going to play Grand Operations, I would highly suggest you getting some sort of sports drink, some sort of energy drink, and make sure that you've had your glucose and your carbs before you start, because it is heavily involved. So you play on Grand Operations. There's attacking certain points to blow them up, or you're defending the certain points as they do that. There's taking the points, and it's just overall, it's based over, from what I can remember, 3 days so far. But the games last for like 30 to 40 minutes, and the gameplay that you're watching in the background. The funny thing with this was that the game actually glitched out at the end, and what actually happened was that we got stuck on the last section. We'd run out of tickets for lives. I mean, we got mullered in this game, pretty much. There was me, Rock, Robbie, and Sneaky playing together in a team. I have to say, it's a lot easier playing together in a team than it is playing solo, because it is very much, I mean, depending on the game type that you play. But overall, just a really enjoyable experience. You can sit and play for 40-45 minutes, and you just, at the end of it, you just think, shit, I had a really good time. I really enjoyed it. DICE do an epic job of the way that they do the environments as well. So like in war stories, the layering, the light and shade, just the attention to detail has been very good. Something that I've really been impressed with, and you always are with DICE. You know, there's no two ways about it. You're always going to be impressed with what they do, because they do the Frostbite engine and everything. They do a really good job of it. I do have to say that in the multiplayer, the characters do look a little bit 1995 PC-ish, but I'm not really bothered about that, because the one thing that I've found is that I've yet to find an issue with lag or anything like that in the gameplay like you do in certain other titles. Call of Duty, Destiny. But it's been really good fun. I've enjoyed it. It's like I said, playing the multiplayer, yeah, you get a bit frustrated, but then you adapt to what works for you. And I've kind of found the assault class and the medic class to work really well for me. So again, just a lot of fun, a lot of enjoyment, sitting down with your mates. And it's nice because, particularly like when you're playing Grand Operations, you get into kind of that tactical flavour, and it is a lot of fun, and you've got people calling stuff out for you. You're going and doing certain objectives. What we're doing this, right, go to that, right, guy on the left, guy on the right, and all that kind of stuff, call out. So there's that kind of pro element to it a little bit, and it's a lot of fun and it's enjoyable and everything else that goes with it. So I'm not gonna complain on that front. There is one thing that they do desperately need to fix, and that's where you get taken out by, say, like a sniper or something, or somebody from distance, whereas in the original Battlefields you can see exactly where that person is. Sometimes if they're a little bit hidden, it's very difficult to see, and from what I understand, that is something that they are looking to actively change and actively fix, is that little section of it. So hopefully, one would hope that that will all be sorted out with the next updates. But I mean, you know, the biggest fail at launch is that you could possibly imagine, but the game's really good, and I would encourage anybody to go and get it. It's a great period correct war story, war game. It's great fun, although you still got the people triggered about the women and the black females and all of that kind of stuff, and these guys just need to get over themselves, really, to be honest with you, because as far as I'm concerned, they've done a really good job with this, and it's going to be interesting to see what direction it's taken in with the other stories that are going to be added as well. So my advice, if you're on the fence about it, go and buy it, because I think you're going to have a really good time playing it. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new to the channel, please also don't forget to subscribe. This has been Gibbon, or OG Gibbon, and we out. Peace.